What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, happy Friday. We have did it. We've made it to the end of the week. I hope y'all have had a fantastic week. I have, and I am excited that the weekend is here. I'll be to get some more rest, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. How was your week? Let me know in the chat. And thank you so much for watching, guys. It's Friday, so we'll get some basketball to talk about, some specific stuff I want to talk about, but also it's going to be a grab bag, so kind of whatever y'all want to talk about, it's viewer's choice in a lot of ways. So let me know. Let me know your topic of choice. Women's basketball. Or, no, that's not the name of the show. Quit in the Morning starts now.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Ready, set, go.
Ball game. Up to Schlegel, right side. Bartlett drives right hand against Garcia. Still putting on the floor. Kicks it out. Williams tries a three-pointer. It's good to take the lead. Patience Williams drains the triple. 1.4 to go. And South Dakota with a 72-71 edge. K-State calls timeout. It advances the back.
It was supposed to be a longer video, but you get the picture. You get the picture. That was Carter Waddell with the call for South Dakota as they took down Kansas State, guys. Yesterday in a nail biter of the game, final score 72-71. This was a game that honestly I didn't watch live. I did not watch live at all. Did not. That was not on my list to watch in terms of games yesterday. But after the result, after I found out it was an upset, I had to go back and had to find out what happened. And South Dakota State, with critical three-point shooting late in the game, critical stops late in the game, were able to pull out a victory against K-State. Now, yes, of course, this is not the K-State of old. This is not the K-State with Ayoka Lee and whatnot, but this is still a K-State team that is better than South Dakota. At least you would think so. And so I got to say, huge, huge, huge shout out to South Dakota. The Coyotes end up taking down Kansas State. And I'm not sure if y'all, I think something happened with a longer clip. It's supposed to be a longer clip, but you could see like the K-State fans behind the guy who was doing the radio play-by-play, and, and you just see their face like, oh dang, we just like, man, we just lost. I can't believe this. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I thought it was awesome. Huge, huge, huge shout out to South Dakota for getting the win. It's just, here's the thing. This is why we love, in a lot of ways, college games. This is why college radio is awesome, and doing play-by-play is awesome, because you heard the guys like sort of like vocal work as the play was going on and that massive three was hit. And it was like, yes, you know, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty cool. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. So again, huge, huge, huge shout out to, what in the world? I just gotta say a huge shout out to South Dakota for getting this dub and making it happen, because I just thought it was pretty cool. So again, shout out. I'm trying to export the full clip. I'm not sure why it didn't play the full thing, but I'm gonna get it played right now so you all can absolutely see it. Yes, Jasper, anybody can get got. Yes. Respect the motto. Yes, we're going to get into Tennessee in just a moment, but I did just want to give a shout out to South Dakota for getting the dub.
Ball game. Up to Schlegel, right side. Bartlett drives right hand against Garcia. Still putting onto the floor. Kicks it out. Williams tries a three-pointer. It's good to take the lead. Patience Williams. Ball game. Up to Schlegel, right side. Bartlett drives right hand against Garcia. Still putting onto the floor. Kicks it out. Williams tries a three-pointer. It's good to take the lead. Patience Williams drains the triple. 1.4 to go. And South Dakota with a 72-71 edge. K-State calls timeout, advances the basketball, and how about that from Patience Williams? Heel triggers the inbound to Garcia. Garcia, late line drive, off the underside of the backboard, no good, and South Dakota comes into the octagon of doom and tames the Wildcats. USD 72, Kansas State 71. The Yotes are still undefeated in 2025.
I just love the hitting of the desk at the end. And y'all see the K-State fans behind him that's looking like, what in the world just happened? Shout out to Patience Williams for the massive, massive three. A couple of fun facts, guys, in this game. South Dakota had 5 players in double figures. This was their first win over a Power 4 conference opponent since 2022. And this is 4 straight wins for the Coyotes. They are undefeated to start the season. Again, they take down Kansas State 72-71. This is absolutely, absolutely huge. Again, Patience Williams with the crazy 3-point shot to lead the charge for her team with the go-ahead bucket. She is a senior, and so again, just wonderful. This is the first win ever for South Dakota State, or I keep saying South Dakota State. No, South Dakota against Kansas State. First win ever. These teams have played. This is their 6th time playing. Before yesterday, all 5 of those games were losses by South Dakota. This is the first time for women's basketball, at least, that they've ever beaten Kansas State. And again, we got to talk about it, okay? We got to talk about it. So, again, shout out to South Dakota for making it happen. This is not South Dakota State, which is the Jackrabbits. This is South Dakota, which is the Coyotes. All right. So, again, massive, massive, massive win for them. Also, yesterday, we did see a team almost, again, they didn't totally get got, but they didn't get got at all. But this was a game, actually. I ended up tweeting about it around halftime, where I was talking about Belmont, and I was like, hey, Belmont, they might end up getting Tennessee. Because yesterday, 12th ranked Tennessee took on Belmont, and I got to say, Belmont was knocking down 3 after 3 after 3. They were big on the threes, and also big when it came to just hustle plays, out hustling Tennessee. And in that first half, I thought that Belmont was about to get Tennessee. Like, I thought, okay, well, this is pretty interesting. Let's go Belmont. Because again, guys, I don't actually care who wins, but I do like the underdog winning. Like, I just think that's fun. I think it's fun if the underdog wins. And I felt like in that first half, Belmont had a lot of the momentum. But as the second quarter started to end, we did see Tennessee kind of get back in and regain the lead, and then from there on, they kind of took care of business. From there, yes, there was a little bit of a back and forth battle, especially in that fourth quarter where Belmont actually did have the lead, and it was like, okay, well, could Belmont actually pull off the victory? But no. There were some big time shots hit by Tennessee. Z Spearman was pretty big, knocking down a huge 3. I think to really help the momentum of Tennessee sort of late in the game, I think it was less than 4 minutes left to go. Z with the big 3, and I feel like that kind of helped to finish off Belmont. But Belmont is a really, really, really good mid-major squad. They look good. And I just had to give them their flowers. So yes, Belmont ended up losing in yesterday's game. But they really did try their best to get this upset, and they played way better than I anticipated. To be quite full transparency, guys, I don't really watch Belmont. I don't. So to be truly transparent, I didn't know really anything about this team coming into it. I feel like every year I might watch like one game of Belmont, but like I don't remember it. Like it's usually because they're playing some bigger team and I don't know who they are. So for me personally, their game yesterday was a surprise to me. The amount of fight and the amount of effort they had. Because here's the thing. This is a team that they were kind of turning over the basketball quite a bit in yesterday's game. Belmont was. But yet, their some of their shot selections at times were pretty decent. Their ability to make timely buckets, especially in that first half, especially like coming back in this and making it a real game in the fourth quarter. I thought that was huge. I don't know anything about this team, and so that's my apologies. But shout out to Belmont because I thought they played really, really good yesterday. Now, of course, for Tennessee, Talasia Cooper is going to do her thing. She was big off the bench once again for this team. 22 points for her. Z Spearman again, in my opinion, she only made 1 3 in this game, but to me it was like one of the biggest threes for Tennessee all game yesterday. I thought it was huge. And so again, shout out to Tennessee for getting the win. Sometimes you have very, very close games against teams that you should beat, right? And I think that's important. I think it's important to play very, very close games and try to make your way on the other side. However, I don't know. I thought Tennessee was better than this. I thought they were. I didn't think it was going to be as close. However, it is what it is. It is what it is. This continues to kind of expose some weaknesses for Tennessee. Once again, their shot selection still isn't the greatest. Now, Belmont didn't shoot the best either, but both teams, in my opinion, had some bad shots, and I think Tennessee really does have to clean that up before SEC play. Like, you just have to. Your shot selections have to be better. Like, you're a little bit too rushed at times. And I get it. You're trying to get yours because you're about to go on a bench or whatever because of how Kim Caldwell runs her sets. She's like always subbing people in. But however, sometimes I feel like they got to slow it down. They got to slow it down and be smarter with some of their shot attempts. That's my personal opinion. It's fine, I guess, for now. But once you get into SEC play, I think you have to clean that up. Have to heavily clean that up. Huge shout out to Keena for the super chat. Thank you so much, Keena, for your support of the channel. Salute to you. I really do appreciate your financial support. And also you just continuing to rock on with this channel day in and day out. It really is amazing. Thank you. But yeah, ultimately, guys, what did y'all think? What did y'all think about Tennessee? They're suspect. I think they have to, this team, in my opinion, is better than they played yesterday. But I think sometimes it's just that they're not playing smarter. They're playing harder, but not totally smarter on the court. And maybe some of that has to do with the rotations. I'm not sure. But not sure what it is. But it is like, yeah, effort's there. Not 100% of the time, but like effort for the most part is there. Keena says very suspect. Yeah. GFB says definitely going to watch Coach Caldwell's post-game presser. I actually did not watch the post-game presser, so I'm not sure what Coach Caldwell had to say about the performance. But in my opinion, they didn't play as good as they should have. All right. Yes, hit that like the screen, guys. Hit that like button. It really does help the channel out a whole lot. Also, guys, we got to talk about here we go. We got to talk about UCLA versus North Carolina. I thought this game was great. Okay. I thought this game was really, really great. The reason why is because I thought UCLA was about to get got. I did. I thought early on in this game, and also first up real quick. This game was a WBCA. It was like a WBCA game. It wasn't at a specific team site. Like, it wasn't at UCLA. It wasn't at North Carolina. The game itself was at the Las Vegas Aces Arena in Las Vegas. This is one of those like one of those showcase types of games where they have like an MVP or most outstanding player of the game. And this time it was Lauren Betts. We're going to talk about what Lauren Betts did. But can I just share one thing that I hope that happens in women's college basketball? Here's the thing. This game was in Las Vegas. UCLA is like closer to Las Vegas than North Carolina is. But this was one of those like specialty type games, right? I don't understand why the attendance for some of these types of games continue to be so abysmal. So abysmal, guys. It was kind of pathetic looking at the attendance. When you have these types of games on a neutral site, the whole reason, in my opinion, is to make it a big spectacle. To make it a big thing that it's like, oh yes, we gotta. This is something you gotta fly in for and whatnot. Like, it's supposed to be a big deal. But yet, at Michelob Ultra Arena, there were 1,500 fans in attendance. 1,500 fans at Michelob Ultra Arena yesterday. It looked horrible on TV. It looked horrible because I ended up turning to the game like, I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes into it. And the first thing I saw was like the Las Vegas Aces logo, because I didn't remember that this was a WBCA game, and I didn't like, it didn't click to me that this was going to be on a neutral site. And so when I turned on the game, first thing I saw was the Aces logo, and I was like, oh, isn't this cool? You're playing on the Las Vegas Aces court. That's great. And then as I was watching, I was like, man, is there any fans there? is anybody there? And then I saw the Las Vegas Aces social, and it looked like Dana Evans, Kia Stokes, and somebody else was there yesterday for the Aces to because it's on their court. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But again, as the game kept going on, I was like, this is Jackie Young. There we go. Jackie Young was there. So Kia Stokes, Jackie Young, and Dana Evans were in attendance yesterday. And I gotta say, it was kind of pathetic to look at the crowd, and especially after the game, to look at the box score to see that 1,500 people were in attendance. Okay? So it's two things. In my opinion, it's two things. One, lack of marketing for these types of games. Lack of marketing. The fact that I didn't even realize, I knew this game was happening, but I didn't realize that this was a special game that was on neutral territory and whatnot. I didn't realize that. And if I didn't realize that, as someone who like pays, I would say, more attention than the average person, if I didn't know that, definitely the average person didn't know that. And I think that's kind of a shame. Okay? This was a WBCA challenge game. Women's Basketball Coaches Association. This was supposed to be a big deal, featuring two programs whose coaches have had leadership in the WBCA. It's supposed to be big. This was on the reigning champs, Las Vegas Aces court. It's supposed to be a big deal. But yet, marketing was not very good. And also, I gotta say, I don't think it's just a marketing thing. I also think that prices for women's college basketball stuff has gone up. And I do think pricing is also a thing as well. I do. Just like the WNBA has gone up on prices, college basketball has gone up on prices too. Prices for tickets. And so to me, it's a combination of the prices of these games and it's an issue of marketing as well. And so for me, it's both. It's both things kind of at the same time. And so yeah, I think, please, if they do the WBCA challenge next year, can you please just have it not on a neutral court? Just have it at UCLA. Just have it at UNC. It would have been more in attendance. It would have been more in attendance if you would have just had it at one of the home arenas of the schools participating. The whole point of being on neutral is to be like, oh, it's an exciting thing. You can engage a newer market. You can grow the fan base, all that good jazz, and you can have a lot of people in attendance. What was the point? People didn't show up, right? And so it's marketing, but also it's the cost of these games and how much they're charging for fans to attend. And so, yeah. And I actually also think this is going to be a issue for the players era thing as well. Because I already have my ticket for the players era tournament for women's basketball. That's happening during Thanksgiving break. And I gotta say, guys, I've been got my ticket. But when I look at the ticket pages, there's a ton of seats that haven't been bought. Like it's a lot. It's a whole lot. Right? And so that game is also seemingly going to be not a ton of people in attendance. And so for me, this is one of those things where it's like, okay, we want the game to continue to grow. We want a lot of fans to be able to attend and to make the space feel fun and competitive and all that stuff. But if you have tickets at like $62, which is the pricing for the players era games. I mean, I paid it, but like at the same time, $62 per ticket. There are so many empty seats, guys. So many empty seats. And I'm just like, okay, well, it's going to be another game of a missed opportunity. Instead of having $60 tickets, it should have been like 25. Less than that. This is a random rant. And yes, we're gonna get to the actual gameplay in just a sec. But I actually really do think that this is very important. And this is an issue that looks bad for the sport, number one, because this was on this was a nationally broadcasted game, and people who are watching, they saw nobody really in attendance, and it can make people be like, oh, see, no one cares about women's basketball. Women's basketball is dead, and blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can lead to all these various conclusions when I think you just didn't promote it right. You didn't promote it right. Here's the Players Era tournament ticketing site for the first session, which is Texas versus UCLA and Duke versus South Carolina. So yes, you are getting 2 games. Yes, you are getting 2 games, but look at the response from the public. How can I? Okay. Look at the response from the public. Okay. Let's look. Look at all these empty seats. And blue means the tickets haven't sold yet. Look at all these seats that haven't sold. How much are they? $62. This whole section, $62. Barely any seats have sold. Barely any seats have sold. There's another one. And I think these are not even on sale. Like, the ones up here, I don't think these have been sold. I think these are not even on sale. So, like, down here, so many seats. Oh my goodness. And also, this website gets on my nerves because every time I go on this website, it keeps saying, oh, disable whatever. It's like, let me view this stuff. But anyway, it's not letting me view it anymore. Anyway, you all get the picture, even though I no longer can show this. Maybe they knew I was sharing my screen, and they're like, no, you can't do that. Anyway, my point is, it's marketing, but also it's pricing. I understand that the price has gone up for women's basketball, but I don't think it's gone up that much for college women's basketball. I don't. And so, in my opinion, they need to get lower on these prices. I think if these prices was like $30, because remember, this is during Thanksgiving in Vegas. And so it's not just a ticket that people are paying for. They also have to actually travel to get there. But also, you could use this as an engagement for the people who are already in Vegas. But anyway, I really do think pricing is an issue. I think it's a significant issue. Let me know in the chat, what do y'all think? Am I just bugging? Like, am I being reasonable? Talking about how these promoters of women's college basketball events need to do a little bit better in terms of their promotion of the product and in terms of the actual pricing of the product. Because here's the thing, I want women's basketball to sell out everywhere, right? I want it to be the biggest thing possible, right? I want women's basketball to succeed. But there's already a narrative that no one cares. And that narrative is compounded when you see stuff like this. A major tournament featuring some of the best teams in the country with a lower bowl that is going to be incredibly empty. You see all that blue? All that blue is tickets that haven't sold. And from what I can tell, the lowest price ticket is $62. It's a lot. Now, if y'all are going to this, I'll be here. I'll be sitting, I think my seat is over here somewhere. Still, it's interesting. And I really do think that I get it. You're trying to make as much money as possible, but you're not making it. You're not making as much money as you could because the tickets and also marketing. So if you beef both of those up, half the tickets, I think you'll sell more than double of what you're selling right now. Oh, well, that happened again. Well, okay, I guess that's it for me. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. What do y'all think? Am I bugging? Am I bugging? But yeah. Yep. Yes, Kelly. Yeah. Says you have to take into consideration the current economic climate. Most people can't splurge on outside activities when you're trying to keep your head above water. Yeah. Yeah. Which, again, means even more that pricing is something that should be looked at seriously. Brett says, got to pay those 100K bonuses somehow. Yeah, I get it, but you're not making the money anyway because the arena is not even going to be half full. At least right now, it's not looking like it will be. Jay says, you are not bugging. Quinton says, pricing is definitely an issue. When did pricing games even start? I never once had to pay to see a game at Western Michigan. You back in the 70s. Well, come on. Okay. Quintus, I'm not saying these games should be free. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, yes, understandable back in the 70s it was free. And even like in the early 2000s, a lot of games were free. Especially on the women's side. A lot of you can get some college games for free. So I'm not saying that this stuff should be free. That's not what I'm saying. But I do think that the current prices are a little bit too high. And the lack of promotion is negatively affecting the attendance for these games. And it looks poorly on the sport. That's my point. It's more of an optics thing for me. That's guys, I do marketing, so I'm very much I'm focused a lot on how things look, the optics of things, and also just seeing ways of promotion that could be had. Now I know that a lot of these tournaments and whatnot, they're looking to make money, of course. And I do think there's a way to make more money than what you're making now by lowering the price of the tickets and by doing more innovation in your promotion of events. The WBCA, here's the thing. They could have done influencer marketing. Now, this is just kind of like marketing not marketing 101, but like marketing for the new age. Like, I think in some ways the age of just putting an awesome graphic on your website and calling that marketing, like, that's over. Like, the idea of just doing organic social posts, like, in a lot of ways, that's kind of over. There could have been an influencer marketing opportunity there. Here's the thing. There's a ton of influencers and creatives in Las Vegas. And their whole thing is saying the awesome things to do in Vegas and blah, 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 blah. How about putting giving some paid advertising to influencers to be like, hey, here's, looking for some awesome stuff to do in Vegas. Well, the WBCA tournament is here, blah, blah, and like really, really hype that stuff up. Like, I think there's stuff that can be done on a level that's appealing to this sort of a newer age of consumer. And TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, influencer marketing is here. And it's a thing. And it's actually helping to build a lot of businesses. And I do think that women's college basketball should seriously tap into that. And reach audiences that you haven't reached before because you're doing things you haven't done before in terms of promotion. That's my thoughts. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to what do y'all think about that? I don't know. Again, am I bugging? Do y'all see what I'm trying to say? Anyway, North Carolina did kind of pose a threat sort of early on in the game. I did like at times where they doubled Lauren Betts, but Lauren Betts has shown that she is an efficient passer, and she was close to a triple-double in this one. She had 20 points in this game, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, a lot of fantastic passes, where UCLA was going inside out. They were getting it to Lauren Betts. She didn't have necessarily a look. She passed it back out, and they score. That's huge, and that's going to continue to be huge for UCLA going forward because it's not just so much about Lauren Betts making the smart pass. It's about her teammates actually knocking down the shot. And if they would have made some more shots, he would have actually had a triple-double in this game. But I would say big game for Lauren Betts. She's showing that, hey, yes, she's a back-to-the-basket type of person. She didn't travel as much as I've seen her in the past. And sometimes they don't even call the travel. But anyway, I thought from her showing that yes, I still can shoot mid-range jumpers, to her being able to pass out when there wasn't necessarily an opportunity for her. I thought that was big in this one. Very, very big in this one. I thought Kiki Rice played a good game as well. She ended up having a double-double, 15 points, 10 rebounds, I should say, for Kiki Rice in this one. But for a team like UCLA, this was a game that at the end of it kind of felt like an easy peasy, lemon squeezy type of game. Like it felt like, okay, well, game's over, But I was so happy that I did not turn off the game. So the game was basically over. And time was winding down, and I believe UCLA called a timeout to bring Megan Grant in the game. And guys, if you don't know, Megan Grant is an All-American softball player. Fantastic on the softball field. She's great. She requested, she's a senior, and she requested for her senior year that she's able to also play basketball. Now, of course, her number one sport is softball, right? We all know that. But she wanted to play basketball because she is a two-sport athlete. And it's actually pretty difficult to do two sports in college. Like it actually is, because there's a lot of overlap in terms of training and whatnot. But they allowed her to join the basketball team. And she got in yesterday with wasn't even a minute left on the clock when she got in. I don't even remember. But anyway, she got in and end up poking at the ball, getting the ball, and shooting and scoring. And guys, the game was over. It was a couple seconds left. Megan Grant scores. Again, the All-American softball player scores. And then it seemed like she was about to go back on the other end to play some defense, but then she stopped and was did some little, I don't know what that was, some little shimmy thing or whatever, and the bench was going crazy for UCLA. And to me, I thought that was the coolest moment of the night. It was cool. It was I got excited. I was I'm happy I didn't turn off this game. I was I am very happy I didn't turn off this game because I thought Megan Grant's bucket was cool. I just and how literally the entire UCLA bench went crazy. They went crazy when she scored. I thought that was kind of cool. Okay. But at the same time, I was if I was North Carolina, I'd have been pissed. So I'm okay, seconds left to go. Sure, you score, but then you wanna do a little shimmy dance or whatever that was. I would have been annoyed. I'd have been actually upset if I was at North Carolina. But because I'm not, and because I'm just a neutral observer, I thought it was fun. I thought it was really, really fun. This is the first points that she scored this season, and shout out to Megan Grant, who is a straight up baller in softball. Her first year playing basketball at UCLA, and she does score. Now, is Megan Grant gonna really play? No. She's not really gonna play. No. I don't think she's good enough to actually get some serious minutes. But it seems like she just wants to be a part. She just wants that as a part of her college experience. She knows she's not gonna play much, but she's gonna work hard in practice. She's gonna be an awesome teammate, and when she gets in, she is going to try to score. So I just had to give a quick shout out to Megan Grant because I just thought that was kind of fun. I thought that was really, really, really fun. And you want to know something else that at least I think is really fun? Segway time. Factor is really fun. So here's the thing, guys. It's very fun, in my opinion, to not have to cook your food, to not have to worry about exactly what you're going to eat, to be able to just take a meal out of the refrigerator that has already been created for you, plop it in the microwave for a couple minutes, watch the microwave turn, and you're just watching your meal, and you're just like, yes, I'm about to eat. I didn't have to work for it. That could be you if you choose Factor. Now, we're in this wintry period now. I think we've kind of passed fall. There was some snow on the ground in Chicago. And, when it's times like this, when the days are shorter, when it's getting dark at 4:30, you want to be able to go home from work and not have to necessarily get over a stove and cook and make some stuff happen. And if you are interested in having prepared meals, consider Factor, because Factor gives you more variety and more meals. You can choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options that kind of change out, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. There's a bunch of chicken dishes that I personally really, really enjoy. Their mashed potatoes are like super, super good. Like I'm a fan of Factor. Y'all know this. And so it's awesome that they are sponsoring this show because I actually really like the product. This product is awesome. I love it, and you absolutely should as well. So make sure to eat smart at factormeals.com/Quita50 off and use code Quita50 to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Yes, I said free breakfast for a year. That's kind of cool, right? That is delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. It's only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Again, factormeals.com/Quita50 off. All right, let's move on and let's continue the train that we are riding through. And guys, this is a period of time where I'm like, hey, what do y'all got that y'all want to talk about? I've kind of rambled about some stuff. Do y'all want to continue any of the conversations that we have been talking about? Amelia says, I need to look up the kind of meals Factor has for dietary restrictions. Yeah, I think they do a good job at it. I mean, you can select meals. You can select food items that you are allergic to, and so they'll know what to recommend for you. I do have allergies. I have quite a few allergies, actually, including seafood and including other food products. And I was able to find a lot of tasty meals from Factor, and so hopefully you can as well. All right, what specifically do you all want to talk about? Nancy says, I'd love to see Flau'jae with Paige. Yeah, I mean, WNBA, yeah, sure. I know they're really friendly with each other. Let's see. Sai says, I say Betts has a better vision than Angel, but everything else Angel is better. Yesterday, Betts had 7 assists and 10 boards and drew a lot of double teams, but found a way out. Yes, Lauren Betts did really well yesterday. I don't know if she has better vision than Angel, though. I don't know if I would say that. Because remember, guys, Angel does have a triple-double. Remember, she had, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say she has better vision than Angel. But I do think Lauren Betts has really good vision for a post player. And that was on full display yesterday. And if she's able to continue that, and if her teammates are able to score off her passes, we might end up seeing a triple-double from Lauren Betts this season. You never know. Tulip says, Quita, talk about the fact that over 90% of next year's top 100 class have already committed. Yeah, a lot of commitments have been made already. I haven't covered it really, but let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about it. And I actually want to share my screen and show you all who has committed so far. All right. Okay, so yeah, a lot of players have committed. We got Sanaya Hall. That's we already knew that she's going to USC. Big O is going to Tennessee, and y'all, Big O for her when she made the announcement. You know that photo of Rakia Jackson? It's like a photo at the top of the backboard, looking down through the hoop, and it was a photo of Rakia Jackson just sort of like staring up, like she's laying on the ground underneath the hoop, staring up. And Big O, Olivia Edwards, she ended up doing that for her for one of her photos that she put out after she made the announcement. I thought that was kind of hilarious, and it just shows that y'all, some of these high school players, they be paying attention. They be paying attention, okay? We also have Olivia Vokosa, who has signed with UConn. Kate Harpering with North Carolina. We got McKenna with Iowa, Jordan Jackson, Maryland, JC Aby with Notre Dame, Addison Bjorn. Oh, actually, she hasn't picked a place yet. From Naperville Central. Okay, Trinity Jones. Okay. She's going to Clemson. But you get the picture. There's a lot of commitments that have already been had. Which is, I think, pretty cool. And again, how I talked about yesterday, how Notre Dame is going to get better next year. They do have some significant talent coming in. Some significant talent coming in to Notre Dame. That's what I got to say. But anyway, yeah, a lot of players have been selected where they would like to go already, which again is pretty cool. Yeah. And I do need to officially do a wrap up of where players are going and whatnot. Let's see, what else do you all want to talk about? Big Girl says, Quitty, did you find more info about Exalt? I have not. No, I've not. That's still on my list. That is still on my list. Sai says, as long as UCLA holds teams less than 60 points every game, then UCLA is a serious contender. Also, they played tougher schedule than South Carolina so far. Interesting. Yeah, I do have an allergy. You feel bad for me? Why? That's the thing. I think it's great. In certain countries around the world, actually, I'd probably struggle having a seafood allergy and being able to, eat out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel bad for myself because I've literally never really known anything else. So it's pretty fun. There's lots of food I can still eat, but there's also a lot of food I can't eat. But the food I cannot eat, hey, I don't even know what I'm missing out on. So I think I'm good. Why says, do you guys think Sarah Strong will stay in UConn after this year? Yes. I 100% think that Sarah Strong will finish out her college career at UConn. I don't see her. If she transfers, I will be so shocked. So shocked. I think the only way she would transfer is if Gino left. I think Gino is probably going to stay coaching until she's done, and then he might retire after that. Yeah, I don't see Sarah Strong leaving at all. Shree says, Quita, have you looked at how packed the real real USC game is going to be in attendance for the game in Georgia? No. Let me look that up. Let me look that up. When is that game? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I have no idea. Wait, they don't even play them this year. Oh. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Here we go. They play. Let's see. How much is this game? It's on Saturday. I can't even see. I can't even see the pricing. Can't even see it because once again I have hit this. These websites. Come on now. To ensure a fair. Dog, y'all be too much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much it is because I can't even go on a website. I can't even see it. I can't even see it. So if somebody I guess has their VPN. I don't even have a VPN. I don't even know why I can't see it. But all right. Okay, I found it. I found it on a separate browser. Wow, they got a ton of empty seats too. And this game is Saturday. Oh my goodness. Well, it is more filled out than the stuff during Thanksgiving weekend. But yeah, there's a ton of empty seats for this one too. Yeah, it looks like lower bowl tickets for this game. The real USC game is $142 at the top of here. Whoa, $142 for the whole lower bowl? Wow, over here is $219. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Down here is $323. That's a lot of money. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. $219? That's crazy. I don't know. That feels very high to me. I don't know, man. Yes, absolutely. Teams make your money. Absolutely. But this really does feel high. This is the second level. $115. Second level. Oh, no, it says premium level. On UCLA Health premium level. Okay. What if I don't? Oh, this whole second level is premium? Oh, okay. Over here, $89. Dog, this is 115, 140. Like, this is expensive. I don't know, man. Like, and this is first party sales. This is the first party sales, which means resale should be more than this, or a day of it'll be less. Course $1,000 per ticket. Okay, sure. I can understand, crazy prices for courtside, but like, oh my goodness, $219. I don't know. I don't know. That feels very expensive to me, but I don't have a lot of money, so maybe it's not really expensive. I don't know. It feels very expensive to me, personally. I would not be going to the Thanksgiving game stuff. I wouldn't be going to that if these were the prices. Yeah, it's no way. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, guys. I don't know. And I guess I'm not surprised why it's not full. I'm not surprised. That's crazy. That is crazy prices. I don't know. Do y'all also think this is high, or am I just like cheap? I don't know. It feels very high to me. Shri says, we got our tickets early. So we got them on pre-sale from Gamecock's website as season ticket holders. Gotcha. Callie says, I got lucky and bought tickets yesterday in the PR section, $40. How can you buy tickets in a PR section? Isn't PR like supposed to be like for media people or whatever? Like, what is the PR section? Does that not stand for public relations? Does it stand for something else? Eric says, in this economy, yeah, that's expensive. Yeah, it's It's really, really expensive. Really expensive. But yeah. That's what I got. That is what I got. Again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Really does help the channel out a whole lot if y'all could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As we randomly talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Like, again, this is Friday, and so I didn't necessarily have a real schedule of things I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to just kind of see how everything flowed, and, you know, it seemed like talking about ticket pricing is a fun topic, I guess. And so, yeah, thanks for talking about it with me. Appreciate it. The parking. Yeah, of course. Yeah, parking is always crazy expensive, man. Crazy expensive. Brett says, imagine taking your family and adding concessions on that. Not going to happen. Yeah. 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 Shree says, I expected everything in Cali to be expensive. Well, yeah. I've never been in California. One day I'll go there. One day. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. If y'all could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, this has been Quita in the Morning. Thank you all for watching. Tisha says, Quita, you're popular today. They have been a ton of commercials. Oh, there have been? Let's do even more and get the likes. Oh, wow. Sorry for you guys having to endure the commercials, but I really do appreciate it. I don't know exactly how all of that works, but I appreciate your support, and sorry for the inconvenience of having to go through those commercials, but appreciate it. All right, I will see y'all in the next one. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.
Are you ready?
Ready, set, go.